Hello students, welcome to another class of civics. We are going to discuss the chapter what is democracy and why democracy. So let us discuss the definition of democracy first. Democracy is a government for the people, by the people and to the people. But a better definition would be that democracy is a system where the common people elect their representatives or leaders in this system. So let us continue and discuss about the features of democracy. First and foremost, democracy is a system where the role of leader is quite important. For this, we will quote the example of Pakistan. In the year 1999, General Pervez Musharraf, through a military coup, overthrew the democratic government in Pakistan and became the leader over there. In the year 2002, he extended his title and he declared himself the president of Pakistan, and within few years he called for a referendum in the country and increased his powers enormously. So the total whole and soul of administration was vested in General Pervez Musharraf. So we can see that leadership can create a very critical condition in a democratic country like Pakistan if democracy is not followed in the real sense of the term. Here the leadership was basically of military nature. Then let us discuss about the second feature, free and fair electoral competition. Children, here we will be discussing about the example of China as well as the example of Mexico, or in other words you can say Mexico. In China, the name of the government is Huang Nao Renmin Dai Biao Da Hui. The political party is also known in the name of National People's Congress. So this political party is the whole and soul in power in China. It has 8 small supportive parties and the people are bound to choose their leaders or representatives through this one political party or 8 allied small political parties. Other political parties are not allowed to exist in China. So, in reality, the choices are very limited. Now, talking about the example of Mexico or Mexico, here the political party PRI is there in power, and when the elections are conducted, the party goes for any fair and unfair means to win the elections. Here, the existence of other political parties is also there, but unfair means are adopted, the press is under control, and the people do not have the right of expression. So, always this one political party, PRI, is victorious in the elections. Now, let us discuss about the third feature. One person, one vote, one value. This terminology you are very well aware because you are reading the same in the chapter French Revolution also of history in your class. So here we will be quoting the example of Saudi Arabia, Fiji and Estonia. In Saudi Arabia, women do not hold equal political rights in comparison to a man. If we talk about the example of Fiji, here the vote of indigenous Fiji is more than the vote value of any Indian Fiji. In the same manner, in the country Estonia, the laws are chalked out in such a manner that the people of Russian minority find it very difficult when it comes to their casting of vote or getting their right to vote in Estonia. The next feature, rule of law and respect for rights. So here we will be understanding the example of country Zimbabwe. Since attaining independence in 1980, Zimbabwe has been under the control of a political party called ZANU-PF, and the leader of this political party is Mr. Robert Mugabe. Was Robert Mugabe last year he was being forcefully removed from his leadership, and he ruled Zimbabwe till the age of 94 years. So, what was the case here in Zimbabwe? Here, the political party ZANU-PF had full control over the governmental machinery, and the press and media was not free here. In the same manner, whenever it was the time of elections, the booth were being shifted from one place to another, and such a condition was created that the people found it very difficult to come out of the clutches of the political party ZANU-PF or their once beloved leader Robert Mugabe. So, after analyzing all these features, a very big question arises that whether the system democracy is meant for our good or is meant for our losses or some drawbacks. So let us discuss these arguments. First, let us understand the arguments that are given against democracy, and in the meanwhile we'll compare them with the arguments in support of democracy. So the first argument, leaders change and lead to instability. So this is very correct, children. In democracy, after a fixed tenure, that may be 5 years or 6 years, the leaders are changing, and because of ever changing leadership, there is a lot of instability in the government. The first 1-2 years, the political leaders, they try to understand the system of government. Once when they learn it, they try to impose what they have learned in 1 or 2 next years, and by the time it is again the time of re-election. So they, even if they want, they cannot make an influential change. Now, this is negativity, but let us look the positive side also. When we talk about democracy, the government is more accountable. Accountable means it is answerable towards the people for whatever action it takes. So definitely it is a very positive thing in the favor of its citizen. Next argument, power play and competition. So generally when we talk about politics, or when we talk about elections, or when we talk about democracy, then mostly money plays an important role, and so does power. So people who are very rich, they acquire power very easily, and that leads to a lot of competition. Maybe a person who is very good or is very capable as a leader, but he or she is not holding enough money, then too he or she cannot survive in the game of politics because of power play, money politics, and lots of competition. But let us look at the brighter side. Democracy provides a method to deal with differences and conflicts, and because of these differences and conflicts, what happens? That various issues like communism, like regional issues, and other differences, they can be also sorted out. Then the next argument that is against democracy is that it leads to a lot of delay because a lot of people are being consulted in a democratic system. Of course, it is true, but let us look to the brighter side of the picture. The democratic system improves the quality of decision making because many people are involved in making decisions. So it is a very there is very less chance of making bad decisions because so many people or so many heads are involved, and almost all the perspective of one decision are being examined thoroughly. Next argument, leaders do not know the best interest of people. So children, as you all know that for becoming a doctor, for becoming an engineer, you have to undergo a certain training, you have to undergo certain tests, but for becoming a leader, you don't. So that is why leaders also do not know what decisions are good and what are bad for their citizens. But definitely the positive side is that democracy enhances the dignity of citizens because here the citizens are free, they are having a lot of trust in the governmental system, and in the meanwhile they are satisfied with the system. Then a common problem, corruption and electoral competition. That means unfair means are adopted during elections. This we have already experienced in our country and other democratic countries. Another argument against democracy is ordinary people themselves do not know that what leaders are best for them. But after examining both the negative points, let us look to the positive side. And the positive side is that there is always room for improving mistakes or bad decisions in democracy. Here, when we were talking about government's accountability, I would like to quote the example of China, where there was a famine in China and India, but China could not come up or face the situation of famine, and many 2 million people died over there. But in comparison to China, in the meanwhile, India was also experiencing famine, that is lack of food grains. But India, because it had democratic system, could survive this atrocity in a better manner. So this much for today. Any other chapter that you want me to discuss, please do let me know in the comment section.